Whether it's more important to concentrate on the unvaccinated before giving third shots.
Before the FDA advisory meeting, the Biden administration had already begun preparations to roll out booster shots as early as next week.
Supply is in good shape for all Americans to get boosters as recommended.
Just this week, a group of scientists, including 2 outgoing FDA regulators, wrote an article published in The Lancet stating although the benefits of primary COVID-19 vaccination clearly outweigh the risks, widespread boosting should be undertaken only if there is clear evidence that it is appropriate.
It is not known whether there will be an increased risk of myocarditis, pericarditis, or other adverse reactions.
As the pandemic rages on, a new exhibit opened on the National Mall of more than 600,000 white flags representing those in the U.S. who have died from COVID-19.
And that was Natalie Brand reporting. Now, a CDC report released this afternoon finds among the vaccines currently used in the United States, Moderna has the highest vaccine effectiveness against COVID hospitalization with 93%. Pfizer had 88%, and the Johnson & Johnson vaccine had 71%. Well, Mississippi now leads the nation with the number of COVID-19 deaths per capita. New Jersey previously sat in that spot. An estimated 1 out of 320 Mississippians has died from coronavirus. Since July 25th, at least 8 pregnant women have died from COVID-19 here in Mississippi. The virus has taken the lives of 15 pregnant women since the pandemic began. Over 9,100 Mississippians have died since the beginning of the pandemic. Today, the Mississippi State Department of Health reported 2,321 new cases and 49 deaths.
And a lot of activities going on this weekend. Unfortunately, showers and thunderstorms will continue through the forecast period. As we note here, just scattered about across our region. Taking a look at east central Alabama, some of these storms have been heavier with various amounts of lightning. Starting to see those push out of our region now, but looking across here from Columbus over through Starkville and Euphoria, you'll see just a few isolated showers through the rest of the evening, though. This is the line of showers and thunderstorms I'm most concerned about. Heavy downpours, occasional lightning possible with these storms as they continue to press off to the north. We expect to see those in Columbus and Starkville by about 7 or 8 o'clock. We'll break down the details and show you when this rain ends and when the mid-70s return to the region. That's all coming up just minutes away.
All right, Lance, thanks a lot. The temporary fencing is back in the nation's capital as law enforcement braces for Saturday's rally in support of the January 6th rioters. Members of the National Guard are also on standby as the Department of Homeland Security warns of online threats of violence. Skylar Henry has that story from Capitol Hill.
Washington, D.C. is on high alert 1 day before supporters hold a much-anticipated rally for those arrested in connection with the January 6th storming of the Capitol. CBS News has obtained a Department of Homeland Security bulletin warning it is aware of a small number of recent online threats of violence connected to the rally and found online discussions encouraging violence the day before. According to the bulletin, social media users discussed storming the Capitol the night before the rally, and other references to violence included using the rally to target Jewish institutions, elected officials, and liberal churches.
We're not going to tolerate violence, and we will not tolerate criminal behavior of any kind.
U.S. Capitol Police say they're most concerned about the potential of clashes between protesters and counter-protesters.
In my opinion, that's the most likely scenario for violence.
Fences will be up here at the Capitol and Supreme Court until Sunday. Security cameras are already in place and all available staff will be working. We should also mention that law enforcement officers from around Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia will be on site to assist.
We have extremely strong partnerships with all of our local, state, and federal law enforcement partners, and we are appreciative for their assistance and their collaboration going into this weekend.
Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has approved a request for 100 members of the Washington, D.C. National Guard to be on standby if needed. Officials say they will not be armed. Rally organizers insist Saturday's event will be peaceful, with only 700 protesters expected to attend. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Police say no elected officials are expected to participate in tomorrow's rally. Well, Columbus police have made 2 arrests after a shooting in a fast food restaurant parking lot. This video that we showed you yesterday shows a Hyundai crashed into a truck parked in the Marvin's parking lot. This was Wednesday evening. 2 armed men appear in the video at one point, swapping places to drive the car. The shooting actually happened in the East Columbus McDonald's parking lot. Police Chief Fred Shelton tells us that Sean Stallings of Columbus is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault and 1 count of shooting into an occupied dwelling. Ricky Armstead of Starkville is charged with 2 counts of aggravated assault. Shelton says an SUV that was involved in the gunfire has been found by Starkville police. It was damaged by bullets. Some scary moments at a downtown Columbus bookstore this afternoon. Take a look at this. A car crashed through the front of Friendly City Books. There were no injuries reported, thankfully, here to the driver or anyone inside the store. Workers were in the store making repairs to the front of the building. Columbus police are investigating the accident.